Just to make this.
Nina, Trina, kitchen, cooking. Heat up the stove and book 'em. Heat up the coals and cook 'em. Cook it, solid, make it too potent. Watch me violent, we do not quiet. Only when offers are iron. Up on my feed, check my stats. Counting my quotes, checking my sack. Get on my nuts, you nut. Pop the trunk, skunk. Look at the pump, jump. Aiming right up, dump. You cannot stop me, I ain't too cocky. Boxing like Rocky, never get sloppy. Clock it too violent. Go get the choppies, we get the filing. I hate them, they dying. Mothers are crying, girls get the lying. Now they get the stalking. Catch them, they frying. Look at bitch talking. Look at it dying. Body convulsing, head exploding. Know what I'm trying, damn. Look at these bands, damn. Look at these plans, damn. Look at these fans, man. Where do we land? Who got a plug? Who got the keys? Who got the whoppers and who got the cheese? Who got the stoppers and who got the greens? I'm up in my diet, it's healthy for me. Yeah, it's healthy for me. Picking these bodies and killing these fees. Smoking these packs, roll up the scene. Bagging the lead, if you don't believe, pull up and see. Healthy for me, up in my digits and serving these fiends. Who got a pack on it, do it for me. If you don't believe, pull up and see. Nina, Trina, kitchen, cooking. Heat up the stove and book 'em. Heat up the coals and cook 'em. Cook it, solid, make it too potent. Watch me violent, we do not quiet. Only when offers are iron. Up on my feed, check my stats. Counting my quotes, checking my sack. Get on my nuts, you nut. Pop the trunk, skunk. Look at the pump, jump. Aiming right up, dump. You cannot stop me, I ain't too cocky. Boxing like Rocky, never get sloppy.
Guns out stalking. That nigga, your mama wanted you to be. Money, clothes, hoes, O's, nothing new to me. I'm the nigga that the bitches always talking about. Same bitch in the morning, cop dead in the mouth. I'm the same cat pop-up, well-tailed Carrera. Bird from Australia, bird shit on the mirror. Mino bust in my face and make my skin clearer. Mino, what's up with Mace? Act like I can't hear her. Stop asking questions, call up Chinese Sarah. One with all the tattoos like fucking rap dudes. Then call Nick Clean Dean. Wanna lick Dick clean? Tell him meet us from the 416. With the condoms, the hydro, and Spanish Irene. At the Doubletree Suites, room 619. It's me, Grease, he snaps and full fligger. Ribbon Rock House, cause I'm that nigga. We just can't stand him. Niggas wanna jam him, and they wanna blam him. That nigga. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Ain't no Hakuna Matata. I hit his mata. Waiter, I turn your noodle to pasta. I send your boo to a doctor. Wow. Niggas is goofy. You gon' run to the coppers. Me? I gon' run for my chopper. I pop a bean, I turn green. Wait, I turn to a monster. Fifth, I lift you out your privates. Nigga, I ain't with the boxing. I smack your bitch out of sneakers. I never listen to teachers. Look at my bitch, she a keeper. Look at my jewelry. My wrist came with the features like
Trey Pound 7 Pimp Smack. Big knowledge known for getting stacked. Impact that mag in the back of the act. I'm cruising in my spaceship. The baddest bitches I attract. They say I don't know how to act. The biggest nigga on the track. Ask G Governor Roddy Mac. I took this pimp across the map. And I kept my city on my back. With a bad bitch in a loaded strap. Get out of line, you getting clapped. Your baby mama getting whacked. And I have my demon smoke your pack. Right back.
I bought them steppers. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Perico, yo lo tengo. Mac 11, do the tango. I pop the beans in the yellow. Her pussy tastes like a mango.
I got it covered all the angles. It go deeper when it hang low. If it's one of mine, it's a bankroll. If it's one of yours, she just stank hoe.
I got a bitch in a pole. I got a bitch in a stroll. I put my dick in the belly. I put my tongue in her soul.
Now she love me long time. This pimpin' is out of control. I choke and spit in the hole. I fuckin' her shit till it's swole. It's gangsta pimpin' and you know this. I serve a nigga for his whole bitch. They mesmerize. He's so rich. He's so lit. He's so pimp.
I'm in this shit like what? I'm in this shit like what? I get to steppin' with steppers. She wanna fuck with the wolves. Whoa. Wait up. She want me to buy her some shoes. Oh, mommy, you really don't got a clue.
Got big money invested. It's 2 2 3s when we step in. I step in with your best bitch and you left sit.
I be with them steppers. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Big grippy for the stain, big Remy for the pain. Hold on. New bitch, new chain, new whip, I'm a slave. Hold on. New whip, I'm a slave.
I be dolo, so I keep a pole. Got it on me, I'ma lift his soul. Know my body, hope I make it home. She took a half, I took a whole. Do a line, now a nigga froze. Black with the bed with a demon. Woke up to a screaming soul. Talking shit on the net, boy, don't play with computers. I'm rocking the Benz on my neck. Call Vito for the Uda. Black gloves for the set. Balaclava for the shooters. Hold on, wait, hold on, wait. Heard you got kicked out the whip. Heard you hiding in the jets. I keep a check on my check. Wait, I come from the jets. Big Ricky for the stain. Big Remy for the pain. Hold on, hold on. New whip, I'm a slave. Hold on. The big homie a clown. Why should I catch him in traffic? I'ma spin Michael Jackson up. Yeah. Whoa, I get the fifth of my gun. All of my guns, yeah, come with a switch. Nigga, my chicken is up. Whoa, yeah, diamonds dancing. I keep a treat to the cut. What? Yeah. Oh, I keep a treat to the cut. Listen, you got a knife, I got a gun. I go boom, you run. Run, Ricky, run. Run, Ricky, run.
Big grippy for the stain, big Remy for the pain. Hold on. New bitch, new chain, new whip, I'm a slave.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you can hear me, can somebody please say, yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. You know I appreciate everybody in the building. If you can hear me, say, yeah. I'm waiting for Bucks right now. You dig? Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. The respect is real. I'm waiting for Bucks right now. Bucks, the link is in the chat. I'm waiting, Bucks. Let's go.
Think I give a fuck about sparkles? Just make sure you bring my bottles, bitch. I'm trying to get drunk. Freaky! DJ, play that shit. Dipset. Louis belts with the gun still tucked in them. New cars, bad bitches getting fucked in them. My Billy Jeans got 30,000 bucks in them. He's a get money nigga. Fuck with him. Yellow gang. Until the fans come after us. Vampire life, true blood. Dracula. I double park cars and back traffic up. You can hear the fly bitches say he hacking up. Yeah, bitch, I always stay hacking up. I have you and your girls and both flapping up. And then she dropped it like it's hot. I try to back it up. I fucked the brains out and then I told her I can pack it up. We drank rosé till we laughed it up. Treat bitches like Ferraris, gas them up. She was willing pumps. Headed to the trunk, riding shotty in the Mozzie, drop the top on. Side beam, high beam. But I'm Kobe tonight. Got on 5 rings. Aight, salute nigga. Aight, salute nigga. Side beam, high beam. But I'm Kobe tonight. Got on 5 rings. Salute, nigga. 100 carat, 100K right inside the coupe. The ass that had to rag it out. Paper plate, tag it out. Bottle out the bottle, bottle with me and snags is out. So the cash is out. You know what that about. I need your ATM, ass the mouth. The MTA, mouth the ass.
Now the cigars. Wait up. Y'all niggas been pimping? Who's been pimping?
I be with them steppers, big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Ain't no Hakuna Matata. I hit his mata. Waiter, I turn your noodle to pasta. I send your boo to a doctor. Wow. Niggas is goofy. You gon' run to the coppers. Me? I gon' run from a chopper. I pop a bean. I turn green. Wait, I turn to a monster. Fifth, I lift you out your proudest. Nigga, I ain't with the boxing. I smack your bitch out of sneakers. I never listen to teachers. Look at my bitch, she a keeper. Look at my jewelry. My wrist came with the features like
Trey Pound 7 Pimp Smack. Big knowledge known for getting stacked. Impact that mag in the back of the head. I'm cruising in my spaceship. The baddest bitches I attract. They say I don't know how to act. The biggest nigga on the track. Ask G Governor Roddy Mac. I took this pimp across the map. And I kept my city on my back. With a bad bitch and a loaded strap. Get out of line, you getting clapped. Your baby mama getting whacked. And I have my demon smoke your pack. Right back.
I be with them steppers, big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Médico, yo lo tengo. Mac 11, do the tango. I pop the beans in the yellow. Her pussy tastes like a mango.
I got it covered all the angles. It go deeper when it hang low. If it's one of mine, it's a bankroll. If it's one of yours, she just stank hoe.
I got a bitch in a pole. I got a bitch in a stroll. I put my dick in the belly. I put my tongue in her soul.
Now she love me long time. This pimping is out of control. I'm choking, spitting on.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Am my mic good? Is my mic good? Is my motherfucking mic good? Hood T. Why my son Hood TMZ ain't got a motherfucking wrench? I'm gonna fix that hood. I'm gonna fix that hood. Why my son Hood ain't got a motherfucking wrench? We definitely gonna fix that. Shout out to everybody in the building. Light side grown questions. I got my motherfucking guy in the building. I hope y'all pay attention. I want to ask some grown questions. Get on some grown shit. Shout to my son.
Spitting the hole. I'm fucking on shit till it's swole. It's gangsta pimping and you know this. I serve a nigga for his whole.
Bucks. You can hear me, Bucks?
I can hear you loud and clear. You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. My bad. I ain't got my cam on. I'm on my laptop and the camera's fucked up. You can hear me. I'm good though, right?
Yeah, you good. I'm good.
Yeah, you good. T, I see you. T, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna ask him two questions. This is grown questions. We don't got no time for the. I'm not talking specifically to you. I'm talking to anybody that want to pull up. It's just like what I did. Dark questions. You pull up. You ask dark questions. We on grown timing right here. Shout out to the grown people, the grown men. Bucks, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, man. Maintaining. You know, doing what I do. You know what I mean? How you?
You know, man. Same shit. Boomerang. First question I would like to ask you, right? We're gonna start with this. It's gonna get to some grown shit, but I want to talk about the Knicks real quick. From your perspective, right? Because I see that you in basketball, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the Knicks are doing better than they ever done? Not ever, but in the last 10 to 15 years? Or it's basically same shit?
Nah, we doing better. Like in my lifetime, we doing better. We got you know what I mean? Better outcome. You know what I mean? Better team. You know, and they're giving us New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? I hope that we could bring that trophy home. We still alive. You did?
Fact. Do you think they moving too fast by putting all the Knicks names on the streets? Or you think it's time?
Nah, it's time. It's time to bring that shit to the new Yiddy, man. It's time we get that
Yeah.
good old parade. It's time to, you know what I mean?
Now you see that they put they name in the streets downtown Manhattan after the Knicks players.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a sign. That might be telling us something. They might be giving us a hint. Who about to bring that thing home? You heard?
Fast, I would love to bring that whole thing home, son. No rainbows. Let me ask you. I know you watch a lot of content. You older than me. You've seen a lot of shit before me and all that, right? You know how the industry work. From your eyes, do you think Puffy's really going to jail for the things he's done to these people that's accusing him, or you think it's really some inside things that Puffy done that got to do with like breaking oaths or try to suing the liquor company? So do you think it's something that he broke when it comes to these people, or they really put him in jail for the dirty shit he have done?
Maybe a little of both. Maybe, you know what I mean. They paint a picture of him. You know what I mean, to be a beast, an animal. You know, and they go wrong with that narrative. So that's one conviction. And then the second conviction, you know, he was out of pocket. You know what I
That's
mean?
a
And you
fact.
know, when you out of pocket, you know that thing will come back and bite you in the bosom. You dig? So
Yeah,
he
I I think they did what exactly what he was doing to other people, like holding tapes and shit to trap them in. I think they had him the same way. They were just the bigger bosses, so they had him locked down the same way he had his people locked down. But I think they
it,
really did that because of the company.
yeah, that's a fact. And you know, they probably felt he was getting too big for his britches, so they
That's
had to
whole
sit him
fact.
down. Yeah, they
Hey,
had to sit him down.
what they say, never outshine the master. That's their rules.
Yeah, never outshine him. Once you start acting like you trying to outshine him, it's mucho problemos.
Facts. Before we get to these grown questions, what you think? Do you think Megan Thee Stallion need to go to jail?
Um, that's a good question. You know what? Yeah, she should go to jail. Yeah, lock her up.
Fact.
Yeah, lock her up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, especially you know if she or you know if she falsified you know a story, if she fabricated. You dig? Yeah, she need to go to
Fact.
jail. She wasted a lot
Same
of
way.
people money.
Same way he went to jail.
Word
Do
up.
you think?
You know what I mean?
Do you think? Do you think that was a hit or that was some normal jail shit?
I here's a story coming out. I'm looking into that now. That's gonna be my next joint. I think I'm gonna drop. But uh, nah, I don't think it was a hit. You know, I didn't really dig in yet to see what old boy was talking about. But the dude who hit him up is talking right now. So
Mm.
yeah, so
He
I
was a
gotta dig
Mexican
into
nigga,
that.
right? Before we get into the grown questions, we got TMZ in the back. He probably got a grown question for you. You good?
Uh, yeah. That's a fact.
Yo, shout out to
TMZ.
Buck, man. Shout out to
What's
Artie, man.
poppin'?
Just
What's
had to come
poppin',
on here,
Hood?
man.
Salute.
Just had to come on
Hello,
here,
hello.
man. Let y'all know the Knicks gonna get that dub tonight, and to let party Artie's fucking audience know that that nigga is a fucking drug addict, man. This nigga's a drug addict. Smoke too much crack, man. This nigga was smoking crack this morning. Think that Jay-Z gonna fuck with Pac when we do this battle, man. Get that nigga in check, man.
Yeah, I
He
got
said,
that.
hold on. He said that Jay Z can't mess with Pac, or he's saying that Jay
He said
Z.
Jay-Z. He said Jay-Z unbeatable the way he beat it. He said it. So
In the
I'm
verses,
gonna have to give him in his verses.
in the
I'm gonna
verses,
have to.
Jay Z is unbeatable.
I mean, that's kind of unfair because Jay gonna get the modern day crowd. You know what I mean? Ain't really too many people, you know, that really know about Tupac. You know what I mean? In this modern day, so I don't know. That might, you know, that's an unfair battle. How about Nas? What about Nas? Throw that
Nah,
Nas. Yeah, throw that
nobody
Nas against Jay Z.
nobody could beat Jay Z on the verse 20 songs straight. I got my 20 songs ready.
Nah, Nas. I
When we
think
gonna do
Nas
this,
to get
man?
that shit.
I
All
try to
right, no
tell him Nas
rainbows.
to get Jay.
No rainbows. I'm gonna look at my calendar and I'm gonna hit you in the back. But we definitely gonna set up
Nas
some this week.
Nas gonna get Jay. Pac gonna get Jay, man.
Nah. Nobody getting Jay in no verses.
It's gonna be a
I
battle
think
though.
if you get a lot of eight, no, I can't even say that. Yeah, I can say that. 80s babies and all that involved, then no, they arrive with Pop. You know what I mean? Because they know
Facts.
they know pop music. You get these new '90s babies and all that. They don't really know too much about pop. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be fair. You
Sheep
throw
stay sleep.
somebody up
Salute.
there that's still relevant, and I say Nas. You know what I mean? I know I'm sure people are aware of who Nas is. So you throw Nas in there, Nas against Jay-Z, let him ether him again. Then
Facts.
you got a
Nah,
battle.
no, nobody beating Jay-Z on a verses. Not even Biggie. I told you that
Hey yo,
earlier.
Artie, that one song, Ether. I think Ether, that's it. You play Ether one time, I think that'll kill that whole 20 songs you got for Jay-Z. Ether.
Preach.
Nah, nah.
Preach.
Like I said, listen, we got the battle coming out soon. We gonna see what's going on. Let's get back. Do you got a grown question for Bucks?
Nah, man, just came up here to talk about shit real quick, man. Let y'all know the Knicks gonna win, man. Shout out to y'all niggas,
That's
man.
a,
Y'all everybody ain't
that's a
technical
whole
like that,
fact.
man.
Appreciate you for showing love, man.
That's a
Straight
whole
up.
fact. Salute the Hood
Shout out to everybody
TMZ.
in the building, man. We about to get back to these grown questions. We got some grown questions for Bucks. The first question I would like to ask you, Bucks, right? Do you
Yeah.
believe that? Do you believe in cloning? Do you think people really being cloned? Like we got a couple of rappers that's passed away years ago, but they still here because they are cloned.
I feel like that's possible to happen. I wouldn't second guess it.
You want to second guess it?
Nah, I wouldn't second guess it. It's possible that could happen.
All right, so it's basically possible to you. It's not something that you'd be like, hell no.
Nah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. I think that's been going on. I think it's just starting to get exposed.
That's what it is. This is the exposed year. How you feel? How you feel about Donald Trump?
I mean, I feel how I feel about him. You know what I mean? He the president. You know what I mean? And I take one good thing, I guess, from this Donald Trump situation. You can have 50 felonies and still become president. that's you know that's that's how you view Donald Trump all in
Hey,
one all in one nutshell.
so you don't fuck with Trump.
Nah,
All
nah.
right, give me one, just one good reason. Just one good reason.
One good reason why I don't mess with him, or one good reason that I can give
Why? No,
if
one good
I
reason
mess
why.
with him.
No, one reason you don't mess with him.
Well, he's steering the people the wrong way, man. You know what I mean? Like he's not a great leader, man. You know what I mean? He running us into a wall. And he have a different agenda. His agenda is not to make sure that America is great again. You know what I mean? His agenda is to make sure Donald Trump great again. So
Copy. So who was the best for your age group, right? Who was the best two presidents in your time?
wow, none. To be honest with you, none. I ain't
None.
rock with him. Nah, I didn't rock with Obama. Nah,
So you ain't
none.
you ain't had no presidents that you liked it.
I mean, only one that I could probably see eye to eye to, and that's Clinton. And that's all because he
Oh,
smoked
okay.
some bud.
That's
He
he
smoked
got
some
head.
bud. He smoked some bud and he was getting head, you dig?
Yeah.
He was
Fact,
getting head of the dick without crashing it.
that's my favorite president of all time. So I ain't gonna lie. That's my son, Credit. Do you think? Do you think? I know you like basketball, so I know what you're gonna say. Do you think basketball is rigged?
Yeah, I'm starting to see patterns that it can be a possibility that the league could be rigged. Yeah, that's a
You're
fact.
starting to
I'm
see it
starting to see
different. You're starting to
patterns.
fact.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see impossible things, bro. Like it's starting to be like, you serious?
yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. And one of the little things that make me say, like, how Dallas Mavericks get the number 1 draft pick. No
Mm-hmm.
bueno.com. That right
No
there,
bueno, no.
that's an eye opener. Yeah, no bueno.com. That's an eye opener. Ain't no way in the world Washington Wizards, right? They didn't even win 20 games. And I could be mistaken. I could be off a little bit. But how they not even the top 5? They don't even get a pick top 5. I think they get like the 7th or 8th pick. Like, really? Dallas Mavericks, they was just in the play-in. How do they get a number 1 pick?
Bucks, what? You back? You back?
Yeah.
Because I think it's rigged, man. I could talk a lot about how I feel is rigged. But let me ask you this question. What you think? The way that these streets is going with these kids running around shooting, killing. We got kids 13, 14, slapping shit up. Like I showed my last live, a 13-year-old girl shot in the head by a 14-year-old kid that was aiming at kids in the yard but missed and hit another little kid. What you think about stop and frisk? We got kids running around with book bags, girl purses, and masks on. And we got 14-year-old kids doing this. You think that's a bad thing?
Nah. I think I'll beat for. I think I'll jack stopping first.
I jack it.
That's a fact. I think I jack stopping first. I don't. The things that's going on now. You understand? I think I feel like that'd be appropriate, especially when I'm like in the X. Like right now in the X is bonkers. It's bonkers in the X right now. Yeah. So right now. Little strap running around the Jets and all that. This nigga, like, this happened Saturday. This nigga beat up undercover cop and all that.
Yeah, they took the nigga gun. They took the nigga wallet, gun, and phone.
Yo, scrap. Yo, if you see one of the dudes, that building, like, I watched them take old way out that night and put him in a black truck and all that. Like, yeah, it's wilding. Yeah, they wilding right now. Like, old boy, yeah. And it's pops. Try to use your credit card and all that. Yeah, that's right here in the J's right here. Yeah, that shit happened right here in the J's.
Me personally, right, when it comes to stop and frisk, because a lot of people saying, nah, me personally, as a grown man at 40 years old, that shit ain't gonna harm me. You feel me?
Right,
but it's gonna save our kids' life. It's gonna save our kids' lives. Because these kids, I say these kids is reckless.
I look at it like this. It'd be a make or break move. You know what I mean? It could make it could make a dope community or it could break a dope community. You know what I mean? Like either or is a make or break.
It depends how the law handle it. Because when we had stop and frisk, it was becoming ugly. Stop and frisk should literally be, come here, what you got a bag and everything. Just let me know you ain't got nothing and we be on our way. You don't gotta show me no ID, no nothing.
Right. Because you gotta think about it. When they did that in our era, that shit was a problem. So now, what you think that happened with these young dudes now? Look, it was a case. I think it was in Jersey, right? Or where was that in Jersey? Was it Jersey? We had the 13-year-old dude shoot at police. Well, murder police. Was that in Jersey? I think that was in Jersey. Yeah, you had a 13-year-old dude, shorty murder police.
I'm not too sure where it was at, but I'm familiar.
Yeah, shorty murder police. If I'm not mistaken, that joint was in Jersey. If I'm not mistaken, either Jersey or somewhere in the South.
And what's so crazy that when you got kids, that's the age of these kids killing. That's when you really look at it different. Like I got kids, the age group of these kids killing, and in my head, I'm like, wow. Imagine my daughter called me to her school. She only 13, right? Some boy hitting her. I'm going to the school that she was going on, and the 13-year-old clapped my ass. That's how real it is now. That's how real it is now.
That's on, but that's on all things though. Moving now, you know what I mean? Like, I tell her, tell in a minute, man. Respect it. You know what I mean? These little niggas is respected right now. Respect them. You know what I mean? Salute. That's why I can go anywhere. Anywhere. I don't care where I'm at. I'm walking up in there. Like I can go anywhere. I'm pulling up, walking up, however. I go anywhere and I get saluted. You know what I mean? Because you got to know and understand how to respect it. These kids don't care what you did 20 years ago. They don't care what you did the other day.
What
they don't care about that.
What was the best year? 80s, 90s, or 2000s to you? No, you born in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
But you mostly 80s baby, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
What was the best year, and why?
well, for me, the time that I've been on the streets, I was locked up. So you know what I mean. I go, I go in the '80s to the mid '90s. You know what I mean? I had just touched down. But in between time, all my years always been dope. I just go to jail. You know what I mean? So that's what interfered in my years. Yeah, that's what interfered in my years, man. So, you know, my last hoorah I did. You understand? I did 5 in Boardtown in Jersey. So once I did that, I thank God to that. Let me see, I came home, but what's that? March 9th or something like that, 97. The same day Biggie Smalls got murdered, I came home.
Mm.
Yeah, I came home the
Let me
exact
ask you.
same day Biggie Smalls. Yeah.
Let me ask you another grown question. We come from the era, right, where we used to get our ass whipped, we used to get spanked, we used to get the teachers used to. Your mother could come to school and spank you. I didn't got spanked in school before, on my mama, by my foster moms a couple of times, and it was no cops involved, no nothing involved. I just sit my ass there, be embarrassed all the fucking day. Why do you think they stopped? Do you think they stopped you spanking your kids for a good thing or a bad thing? Or do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Not a bad thing. I think that's it was written for that anyway. I think that was just man, what's that word? Pretty much, family control. That's once
Mm-hmm.
they inflate, the head of the snake, meaning, Mom Dukes pretty much, pops, 35% of the fathers are in the same household, so we'll say Mom Dukes. And once they get involved and they start tampering with that and putting laws where the parent can't raise their kids the way they feel, fit. That's how they,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they start winning.
And
You know
that's
what
what
I mean?
that's when the kids start. That's when you start seeing all these little girls on IG showing their ass and all that. Because what's gonna really happen? You can't do shit to me, pops, mama. Punishment is nothing. I gotta go to school. I gotta go to school. I gotta go get a job. So you're not really keeping me in. I think taking that away, not saying that kids need to be hit, and not saying that anybody need to be hit, because nobody need to be hit. But
Right.
I think that should stop. Popping a motherfucking kid. That's how we grew up. That's why it was a better world then. They taking laws away that's good and giving us the bad ones. That's how I see it.
That's a fact.
Do you do you think what you think is the best water to drink? Bottled water or sink water?
That bottled water. I don't know when the last time I drunk some sink water. The projects got the best sink water. I don't know when the last time. Yeah, I'm a bottled water, man. I keep a bottle of water, man. Gotta have a bottle of water.
Nah,
And I don't got
nah, I ain't
I don't
gonna
get
lie.
fancy.
I drink mostly bottled water. I'm not gonna lie, mostly, right? But bottled water is not good for us at all due to the plastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Back in the days, you know what our water was? The Johnny Pump.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a fact. Johnny Pump, Forced. I mean, even in your house, in the projects in
Yeah,
your
you
house,
could.
that's the best water. That can be cold.
Yeah,
You understand? Like
you be
that'd be the
walking.
best.
Yeah, you walking by in the summertime. You like, oh shit, the pump on. You get some water and all that.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
fact.
but I don't think plastic is good. Everything is changed around. Do you really think that they poison our foods? Like, if you know how to, if you watch shit like that, do you believe in all that? Like, damn man, everything is
I'm,
poison.
I mean, I wouldn't use the word believe. You know what I mean? But I will say that it's more hands on with a lot of things that we put in our body. You know what I mean? I really think man is having more control on what's going on, dealing with the stuff that we put in our body, stuff we eat, you know, tattoos. Uh,
And
uh,
you think,
uh,
but do you think they control is good, or you think they control is to fuck us up?
yeah, I definitely think it's to disavow, it's to really fuck us up. discombobulated us. It's definitely that. Yeah, it's
Do
definitely
you?
that.
I get everybody with this. I don't want to argue. I argue with everybody with this. I don't believe it was really slavery in the way that they say it and portray it. Do you believe it in the way they say it and portray it? Or do you think it was in a whole different manner? Or do you even believe in slavery?
Nah, it was slavery. That's a fact.
Hmm.
It was definitely slavery.
So that's not mind.
It
You
was
don't think that's mind control?
what, slavery?
You don't think that was mind control?
Well, that might. I mean, I would say that that's what slavery is. It's mind control. You having control. You having control over a massive people. It's all about mind control. That's what I think. Slave. Well, no, I can't say that. Well, yeah, I gotta say that because you got some slaves that that pretty much maybe had an opportunity to get away. They didn't go nowhere. You had
Facts.
some slaves that was living in the master house, and they was okay with that.
Copy. So the way they explain slavery, like us being hung, slaves, raped, all that. You believe in all that?
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact.
Copy, copy. All right, it's 2025, right? Who you think is being treated the worst, black women or black men, and why?
Black men, and the reason why because they are still trying to cripple. I would say the Afro American man. They're trying to they're trying to cripple that DNA. You know what I mean? That's the only way that they can cripple it. So therefore, this is why the black man is being targeted. You know what I mean?
Copy.
And that's my
Yeah,
that's
I think
that's my reason right there.
I personally think black women, I mean black men too. I think black men is more targeted.
Yeah,
I
that's what
got
I
you. Give me
said.
1 minute.
Black
I
man.
got you in the back. Nah, I know. I heard you. I said I believe that too. I think it's black men. If you go look at it all day over the motherfucking news, it's cut on the news. But shout out to my black women because we not gonna act like they ain't going through shit. If you could save one and they both drowning, would it be your mother or your only daughter?
Whoa, whoa.
Your mother or your only daughter? I had two shows. One person said mother, one person said only daughter. Shout out to everybody in the building. We appreciate y'all. Can y'all please hit that like button? Light side, grown questions.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say my only daughter
Why?
because at least my legacy live on.
Copy,
I
copy. That
let
was a
my
good
I,
one.
I
Good
let
one.
yeah I let my daughter drown. I'm killing my legacy. You know what I'm saying? I let my daughter drown, save my mom's. Yeah, I can make another daughter, but that's not guaranteed. What's guaranteed is my daughter here right now. You understand? And yeah, that'd be my
Copy,
legacy
copy.
right there.
One more question and I'm gonna let you up. One more question, I'm gonna let you up to ask a question. Would you rather, if you was the president, would you rather stop, if you had to stop one, would you rather stop food stamps or child support? And why?
I'd rather stop food stamps
Why?
because I think that'll make our race get off their ass and go get them some business.
Copy.
Then it won't be no child support because you be having these men, or these so-called men, out here getting them some business, and they don't have to worry about having a hard time taking care of their kids.
Talk that shit. Facts. We
Yeah,
got Pain in the building before we get to some more questions, all right?
that's a fact.
That's a
King,
whole fact.
King,
Salute,
salute,
Yo, what's
salute.
salute,
Papino? What's Papino?
salute, baby. What's poppin'?
You
Big
What's
already know
Rock,
shaking?
we popping.
Artie, what up?
Salute, Pain.
Yo, Yo, first of all, man, y'all gotta stop trying to get rid of the EBT cards, my nigga. You heard, like, you know what I'm saying? That's yeah. Nah, fuck child support, man. Tell them shorties close their legs, nigga. You heard? Niggas need those EBT
That's
cards,
a
my
whole
nigga.
fact.
Yeah, close your legs, shorty. Nah,
Close
I'm
your
just saying,
legs.
salute though. Hey, yo, Bucks, I got a question for you though, son.
What's up?
You heard? Who gonna take the finals?
The Knicks.
That's a whole fact.
That's
You
a
heard?
fact.
That's a whole fact. Hey, yo, hold on. East side of the Bronx, or the South Bronx, or west side of the South Bronx?
West Side.
That's a whole fact. Shout out to the whole boogie though. Shout out to the whole boogie though. Yeah.
Shout out to the
Yeah, the whole
boogie.
the whole
You know
boogie,
what
the
I
whole
mean?
boogie. We Papacino, the whole boogie, but you know the West Side is the best side.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, hold on. Rest in peace, Manzi. You know what I'm saying? From your personal experience, though, who was the best Bronx baller during the 90s?
During the 90s, Kareem Reed, the best kept
Kareem
secret.
Reed, best kept secret.
I was just with him. I was just with him the other night. Yo, listen, I got some dope. That's my dog Reed.
You got some shit to tell me, son?
This that's crazy. You said that. You know what I mean? Me and Reem was together the other night. You know what I'm saying? It was a little all white affair. It was my shit's birthday. So actually, we was over there by your hood. Payne, we was over there 174th.
Oh, that's
Word,
what's up.
170. Yeah, we was over. We threw a nice little all white affair. You know what I mean? Reem pulled up.
Wait. You was around DBN and them niggas.
Yeah, but DBN. Nah, DBN on Bites though, right?
Yeah, but he on the east side. Yeah, that's a whole fact.
Yeah.
That's a whole fact.
I
One
was
last
on
question. I'm
Tremont.
out of here, son. One last question. I'm out of here, son. You heard? Lavis High School in the 90s, son.
Taft.
Yeah, that's a fact. Taft and Rose.
Because y'all niggas went to Taft.
Taft and Rose. I give them 1A,
Morris?
1B. Nah, Morris was Basuda. We used to go over there and tear Morris ass up. I know I did. I used to go to Morris High School and tear their ass up, yo. I used to go to Morris
Morris
High
was
School.
Rikers Island, son.
Yo, I used to go to Morris High School, tear niggas up. I used to go to Clinton, tear niggas ass up. Hey, yo,
So you
like,
should be by the 9.
by the 9, what the fuck is that?
169, son. The
I was,
dope pen.
and Wash. Yeah, I was my,
Yeah, and all that.
nigga, I was born on Webb, nigga. I was born in Webb, by the houses, nigga.
That's what's up, B. That's what's up. I just wanted to say, man, yo, Artie, you doing great shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I like your show now, son. You heard?
I appreciate you. And you always showing it respect. Appreciate you.
Yo, that's a whole
hit that
fact,
like
my
button.
nigga.
Don't forget to hit that like button, though.
Buck still owe me that. Buck still owe me that button down, nigga. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
I threw that joint in plastic so the next time I see you, I can pass off. You heard? And yo, Payne, you already, man. Yo, keep winning, my guys. You keep doing your thing.
Salute, B. Salute. God bless you, my nigga.
You already. Boomerang.
Boom, boom. Artie, salute, man. Keep winning.
I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the building. We appreciate everybody in the motherfucking building. We're going to get down to some more questions. I appreciate Bucks. Bucks, right? If you was the president and you had one choice, you rather help the homeless get out the streets? We're not talking about the homeless that had a choice. We talk about the ones that didn't have a choice. You rather help the homeless get out the streets or these young kids get out the streets?
The young kids.
Why?
You know, set a standard and a barrier for the next generation. You know what I mean? We looking at these young kids now that's 13, 14. Just think about when we hit 60 or 70, you gonna have their kids out here wilding. So them same 13-year-olds that's running around here wilding out, they gonna have a set of kids. They gonna carry on that same beef. So yeah, we gotta try to get these kids up out of get them up out these streets early, man. You know what I mean? Get them some business. You know what I mean? Maybe they start loving on themselves. You know what I mean? Get to the money on the right way. And, you know, they going to live and let live. You know what I mean? But the way we going, you got to think about it, Artie. We done killed off maybe a generation and a half as we speak.
Yeah. True shit.
Yeah, generation and a half is killed. We didn't kill that generation and a half. Like all the 90 babies and all that. Like it ain't really none. That joint jumped from like the 80s, the mid 80s to the 2000 babies. And the 2000 babies is giving us hell right now. They giving us hell on earth right now. You know what I
Hell
mean?
on
So
earth.
yeah, they giving us hell on earth, man. You know what I mean? So we just skipped a generation and a half. So we gotta
So,
definitely clean the streets up
yeah,
with these young.
so you rather help the kids. How? So if you was president and you said you rather help the kids, where will you start by helping these kids get out these streets?
Damn, you know what? I start within the system. You know what I mean? I go to these institutions, you know what I mean, and I talk to them because in street reality, those where the leaders are at. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So once you get in touch with the leaders and these kids that's out here on the street already and they see the leaders moving a certain kind of way, I think that'll kind of like, help the movement. You know what I mean? That'll help, make a lot of these young kids make better decisions. Because
Yeah.
this is a copycat world, man.
So you don't think it's too late to help these kids, or it's never
Nah,
too
it's
late?
never too late. Nah, it's never too late.
Facts. One more president question, right? If you was president, what crimes would make you bring back the death penalty?
You already know, man. Scrapeville.
That's a fact.
Yeah, yeah, Scrapeville. Yeah, Scrapeville. You out of here. You only get one chance to do that. That's it. You out of here. I ain't even
Uh,
gonna lie. I'll make a stiffer penalty. I don't even care if you didn't scrape nothing. If you are involved and your name come up, you out of here.
facts.
I
So, Bucks,
I
you got
think
you.
I think I think I bring back stoning. I think people who get convicted of that and they go out of here by stone. They need to get stoned. Word up.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. That touching that kid shit, that grape shit, niggas should be out of here.
Yeah, dude just did that, yo. He came home. That's what he got on his jacket, yo. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, like, you just came home from that charge. Now you locked back up for that same charge. Like, yo, are you serious? Like, I
Yo,
was like, yeah, it was on the news. Yo, dude came home and you be like, you be wanting to ride out with dudes, but then you look at dudes, you be like, yo, he took something down. And they be like, yo, that's
nasty
wild.
work.
Nasty work, yeah, man. Nasty work.
You got a brand. You got a brand called Stand on Law, right? What is your
Facts.
meaning of stand? What's your meanings of stand on law?
Um, be about something. You know what I mean? Stand for something. You dig? Mean what you say what you mean. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Never in the middle. You know what I mean? It's only one way. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, um, it's mean what you say. And respect to
Right.
respect it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Stand your ass your mouth.
Yeah, move accordingly, man. You know what I mean? That's it, man. You know?
Fact. I heard you on YouTube. You said a couple of times. You said you got your own business. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to all the black men with their own business. Shout out to all the black men that's getting on their motherfucking feet every
Yeah, that's
day.
a fact,
Period.
man. That's a fact. Anybody looking to buy any type of property, man, you in the tri-state area, man. You understand me?
That's the
we get you in that,
that's the
that
that's
we
the
get you in
question I
that
want to
good.
ask you, Buck.
I
That's the
get it.
question I want to ask you. Not to
Yeah,
cut
good.
you off. My bad. How do you go about starting your own business and your brand? And how can you
Oh man.
teach the youth how to do the same shit?
Oh man. For one, you don't have to get an LLC. I started out by LLC. I pretty much stumbled across it. You understand? I had somebody bring it to my attention, you know, and I ran on it. I think I got mine through is a joint called Legal Zoom. You go to Legal Zoom, they do all the work for you. You know, you got to pay them. You know what I mean? But they set you up with everything, your EIN number and all that. You know, and take your time. You know what you crafty in. Go get an
Mm-hmm.
LLC, or you can go. You can get. It's a lot. It's a lot of other joints that you can get. You know what I mean? LLC. You don't have to start out with that. You know what I mean? But get your LLC, and from there, everything is current. It's on you now to do the work. So if you got
Facts.
creativity in anything, if you could draw, drawing some t-shirts, go get your little LLC, little company, making t-shirts, and then boom, throw them joints out. This is a time right now where fashion is at its all-time high. So nowadays, it's nothing ugly. You could throw something ugly on, and that's fashion. So
Facts. Facts.
yeah. So at the end of the day, get you some business. It's easy. They making it easy for us, but yeah, we doing the most complaining. Nah, get you over, get you some business. The same way you go work, for that other man. Get ahead and put that joint, on your resume, man, and get ahead and put your best foot forward and get ahead and go run your own situation. I'm not saying it's easy, there's levels to it, but you got to be dedicated to who
Yeah.
you are and keep winning.
Anything you
That's
wanna
it.
anything you wanna do, all you gotta do is be dedicated to it. That's all it takes. Dedication.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. And that's in within yourself first. You gotta start with you first. You gotta want it. Any anything after that, if you don't want it, it ain't gonna be given to you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna
Cap.
be given
Cap.
to you. Yeah, this is a doggy dog world, man.
That's a whole fact. Do you think they should stop abortions?
Um, I don't know, man. I'm like 50-50 with that. You know what I mean? Because you also got to look at, if someone, may not be capable of taking care of a child. Yeah, we know they should have kept their legs closed and blah, blah, blah. But, if they feel like being a parent at that time and they made a mistake or whatever, however, I'm with, nah, they shouldn't. Then, other hand, I'm like, if you are capable and you spitting these kids out, no, it's no way, your third, fourth kid, you like, okay, well, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Then I say,
Facts, bro.
yeah, yeah, then I say no. You know what I mean?
Bucks, you believe in God, Buck?
I wouldn't put a name on it, but I believe in the Most High, though.
That's a whole fact. That's a
Yeah,
whole
I believe.
fact.
Yeah, I believe the Most High. I ain't gonna put it. I wouldn't put a name on it, but I do believe in the Most High, though.
Do you believe in a flat earth or a round one?
Um, I think I'm gonna stick with it being round. Yeah, I think I'm
Round?
gonna stick with it being. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it being round. Yeah, I did a little research, with that flat situation. I didn't really come up with too much, but then I did my research with it being round. I came up with some things. So yeah, I stick with it being round.
Let me say something to you real quick about that, right? Just to put a bug in your ear. You say you think it's round, right? Me personally, I think from my own study, they always say believe the opposite of what they tell you, right? That line came out for a reason. And the reason why I believe that they told us it's round and got us thinking it's round, because if we know that the world was flat, our number one thing we trying to do is get to the end of it. All the people will want to see the end of Earth. That would be like a miracle. Let's go see the end of Earth. So the reason why they say it's round, because we look at it at like ain't no end. It's just going around and around. But when it comes to what I believe is flat, we got Antarctica, the ice wall. Behind that ice wall is another whole place they don't want us to know about. That's the end. That's just how I feel.
So
But
you
I
believe
doubt it's
that the
round.
world is you believe the world is flat?
Yeah, I think they told us it's round so we don't have to be looking for the end. Because the end is some shit over there. That's where the
It's
technology
no
come from.
right, but I don't think it's an ending though. I don't think the world has an ending.
Now I got an ending. It got an
It
ending.
can't. I
You don't see
mean,
You don't see Trump try to put up the gold dome?
Yeah,
Huh.
he just trying to be a copycat. That's all he's trying to do, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
What
He's
if you look
securing his legacy.
but look, he blew it up because to put up a gold dome, that's saying the world is flat. You can't put a dome over a round world. He blew it up.
You can't put a dome over a round world.
You can't. That's not a dome.
Well, well, a lot of other countries have domes.
No, he want to put a dome over the world
Not the
of
world. They
gold
just want to do it for United States.
for the United States.
Yeah, just for United States. He want to put it's like a missile defense mechanism. You know, it's like
School
how
me.
other countries have that. No,
Okay,
they
okay,
have
okay, okay.
they have a dome where if if any missiles get sent this way or whatever, we have somewhat where it protects supposedly the United States of America. So you
Okay, I
know,
get you. I get you. You think
yeah,
that's good?
that's what
You think
that
that's a
is.
good idea? Or that's just to lock us in?
Nah, well, the dome ain't got nothing to do with us locking us in. The dome just has a lot to do with defending us. You know, where no missiles won't be able to get through. It's
That's
like a
what they
shield.
say. Nah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
they
they say.
say.
Yeah,
They
yeah, that's
tell you
what
we're
they
gonna
say.
put
Yeah,
that's what they mostly do. Tell us this is to help. We could talk about medicine and
yeah,
all kind of shit. It's always about
yeah,
what they doing to help.
yeah. Well, you know, that's what they said. The saying was, "Yo, your family living better over in America." So they took all the other people, you know, the Africans and the Indians, you know, and we bought into it, thinking that life is great over in America. And they get them over here. They say that's how they, you know, they mentally trick them. Yo, your family and them living good over in America. Come over, and you know that's how they got massive people to come over to America, thinking that life is great.
Facts. I remember when all these immigrants was coming in 1,000 at a time on the fucking buses. Remember that ever?
Yeah, I got a question for you. What do you think about yourself being an immigrant?
I don't believe in immigrants. I think I could go anywhere and be anywhere I want to fucking be.
Nah, you gotta believe in immigrants because we all immigrants. We are not at our. This is not our home.
Now I think the whole earth is ours. That's just what they say.
I mean, but when you deal with reality, you dig.
Now when
You have to.
you deal with when you deal with all right, if you deal with their reality, okay, I'm an immigrant.
Nah, their reality is history. That's their story. That's their reality.
Yeah,
It's called history. We
yeah,
don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, his
his
story. Yeah,
story.
you dig?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fact. His story. So when you deal with reality, you dealing with I teach you, you teach I. You know, the last three letters in that word. You know what I mean? So you build off that and you say to yourself, you ain't gonna piss on me and tell me it's raining. You understand what I'm saying? Like I
fact.
know this right here is going on. I know and understand that I really truly can't be, you know, well, let me not say me, because I'm born in America.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, when you go to my ancestors, if you want to say were they born in America, I slightly doubt that. So we came in the same path of these regular the Latin immigrants. You know what I mean? We would
Copy,
think
copy.
about this, right? Think about this. They said we helped build America. How did we do that?
Talk to me.
How did we help build America? At the end of the day, if we was already here, that means America was already built.
Facts.
So I'm an immigrant to America. I'm not a this is not, you know, I mean to be honest, this is really not even our habitat.
That's why everything they tell me, I think the opposite. I search for the opposite.
I think our habitat is more closer to being farmers and cowboys and cowgirls. That's our closest habitat. They took us out of that. You know, we came from growing our own food. You know what I mean? We came from like, you know, I would say like in a manner of like tribes. Like, that's how, we, our ancestors was raised, and this is how we supposed to have been raised, and things just it derailed. We ended up in America, North America on top of that. And we don't even know if the name of this country is literally called North America. We don't know that. We know
Now
they
we don't
did
know
that to
nothing.
Puerto Rico. Yeah, we know Puerto Rico. That's not the name of that island. We do know that.
We don't
So
we don't know. I ain't gonna lie, we don't know nothing.
right. But you have to deal with reality though. When you deal with reality
Facts.
and you say to yourself, it has to be something. Because again, if you let them piss on you and tell you it's raining, then you always gonna believe it's nothing.
Facts. Let me ask you another question, right? Do you think movies and cartoons got messages in them for us?
Yeah, that's a fact. Go look at that Mission Impossible, yo. That new Mission Impossible movie, yo.
Uh-huh.
Everything that's pretty much going on right now is like that Mission Impossible movie. It's all about um, a power struggle with nuclear weapons, man.
Yeah.
Or the
So you believe
power struggle.
cartoons too? Do you believe in that Simpson shit when they got all these predictions?
Like I said, I don't use the word believe. If you break that word down, it means be lied to. So, I mean, if I do my research, you dig, I gotta have a better answer. But just like going off the head with it's always a message in everything.
Facts. It's a
That's like
message
the
in
movie
everything.
Face Off. Yeah, the movie Face Off. I'm I'm a firm believer that in some decades to come, that's how the jails are gonna be ran.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a message in everything.
Yeah.
What you think about this? Because I know they were saying it for a minute, but I see that it's coming fucking slowly. They got the fucking robots at McDonald's, the robots at Stop and Shop, robots at West, like this shits are taking over jobs. And I personally seen this shit in cartoons when I was young.
Yeah, like the Jetsons.
Yeah, that ass and shit like Justin. Only thing I think we got flying cars, but that's the only thing that's not like we got them shits on the block type shit. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. Cause when we was young, that was the only thing I was waiting for. Flying cars.
Oh, they got them already. They got them already. They
Yeah,
just not in. They not in North America, or they not in this
facts.
part of the world.
Do you believe the Bible was written by who they say it was, or do you think the Bible is a man written book?
Somebody had to write it.
Somebody had to write it.
Somebody had to write it. I don't care how many times it got rewrote, but somebody had to write it. You can't rewrite nothing that was never there.
Facts. Facts. I got like two more questions. I think we're here for an hour. That's a show for an hour. That's what I do. And I appreciate everybody. Let me ask you a couple of more questions, right? Do you believe in reincarnation?
I think it exists.
So if reincarnation, I ain't gonna lie, I believe in reincarnation 100%. So if it's really reincarnation,
So
that
you believe
means
if you unalive, you could come back as a cat.
yeah. If you die, I think you'll be reincarnated.
And come back as whatever.
You come back as whatever. I believe that. I'm not gonna lie. You fuck around and be a shark. But I believe that you could fuck around and be a plant. But I believe in reincarnation.
It's something, man. It's something that the world is old, man. So it got to be something that keep this world going. So you
Yeah,
might you might have a point.
you keep coming back until you learn your lesson, until you realize what you really on earth for. That's the main goal is to know why you really here. That's why you be reincarnated. Nobody going to heaven yet. You reincarnated, so you find yourself. That's why we got a lot of babies that you be like, how the hell this baby could move like this, could talk and sing. If you go to America's Kids Got Talent, this shit is real. These kids be reincarnated. I believe that. That's just me.
Yeah.
I seen
That's
a
how they
I
got that.
seen a
That's how they got
I
that
seen a
saying. Every time somebody passes away, it's a baby being born.
yeah. It was this made the news a while ago with a baby was only like 7 years old and found her past killer's murderer. She directed the cops to where her body was at and directed the cops to the guy that killed her in her past life. They found the body buried and found the guy that killed the person. And this was her past life. This made the news a while back. Google it.
Yeah. I thought, like, it's a saying I used to have back in the days, my guy. I stay out of the church if I don't want no problems with that man upstairs. That's what
Facts.
you went through. I stay away from that now with no problemos. All like you reading the mind and the future and your palm reading. I mean, if that's what people do, that's what they do. You know what I mean? I just don't deal with it. I stay away from it. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not what I'm into. You understand? So, I don't even deal with what I know I got control over. All that, you know,
Yeah, I
I
know.
can't.
But that
I
that
got no control
all
over
that
that.
oh, now, but all of that, right? The reason why a lot of that shit is important because nobody believe in it. I mean, people believe in it, but we here to find out the truth, not to just do what we do. We here to find out what's really, really going on because that's the reason why we losing. We sitting back losing because we don't know what's really going on. What's the truth? These people know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We don't know shit. That's why it's important to find out the real deal. Because if you don't, one thing I learned once I started opening my third eye and realizing the real deal, I started seeing everything like, wow, this shit just happened. You see shit real differently when you open up your third eye. And I think that's what we really put here for, to see the real. It's bigger than just chilling all day watching basketball shit that they rig right in front of our fucking eyes. Niggas be so hyped. Niggas that spend money, thousands of dollars on the game. Like it's crazy, man. I look at the world different ever since I got wise.
Yeah, you got to, man. You have to at some point change the way you think. You know what I mean? The way you think, sometimes the way you move. Like I'm a firm believer,
Fact.
man. In order for you to get something you never had, you gotta do some things you never did. You understand me? And you have to make that choice and that decision. You know what I mean? And that all goes back to it being on you. It's on what you want to do, what you set
That's a whole
forth,
fact.
how you gonna win, and what tool you gonna use to win, and then you get you some business and you start carving out your wins. You know what I mean? That's it. That's simple.
Facts.
Anything else, you
But
in the
yeah,
way.
Bucks, I appreciate you, man. I want you go go on by your motherfucking day. I'm about to go on by my motherfucking day. I appreciate you, man. You always showing my shows love when I come up with my shows, man.
That's a fact, man. That's a boomerang, man. I say the same
You
thing
still
about
here?
you, man. Yeah, that's a fact. You don't see me, nigga?
Am I froze or Bucks froze?
Nah, you might be froze. I
I
ain't
think
froze.
Bucks
I'm moving.
froze.
I'm froze.
Who
I'm
froze?
moving. Oh, I ain't even reading the chat. I forgot I can read the chat too. Nah, I ain't froze, nigga. That's your joint. You Wi-Fi'd out over there. Your man Artie Wi-Fi'd out over there. You heard me talking about I'm froze. Yeah, well, Artie a trick. Artie got his Wi-Fi ain't Wi-Fi. Word up. But y'all already know, man. Salute to my guys at Artie, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, same here. Anytime I throw something, you know what I mean? He the first in the building. He the first to participate. And he have fun doing it. You know what I mean? So definitely salute to him. You know what I mean? I hope he keep winning. You know what I mean? Hope him and his family, what I mean, get to where they need to get to be successful. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go, holla at, you know, UNC Network, where we make that network. Go to my sport page. Us never them. Sports, hip hop, and fashion. Us Never Them, Sports, Hip Hop, and Fashion. UNT Sports, Hip Hop, and Fashion, people. Go check that out. And you already know, man. Go to my joint, UNT Network. We make that network. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So we had a dope show earlier. You know what I mean? So, we working over here, man. You know what I mean? We working over here. My man Artie, he working. You know what I mean? Trying to get to the get to. You know what I mean? Get that money on. You know what I mean? They still giving the money on out, people. You know what I mean? Get right and get to the money on, man. You know what I mean? Get your content right. Get to the money on, man. You know what I mean? Whatever you gonna do, man, get it right so you can get to that money on. This is, you know what I mean? This is
Yo,
the
Bucks,
purpose.
you can hear me?
Yeah, that's a fact. You good. Yeah, you
You
good.
can hear me, Bucks?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, it's about to start pouring out here. This fucking with my Wi-Fi. It's about to start pouring. I know it's about to start pouring. It's fucking with my Wi-Fi. I'm about to get the fuck out of here.
Fact. Yeah, that's a fact, man. Good looking, man. I appreciate you, man. Again, man. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in UNT
Yo,
Network,
I
man. At the end of the day.
I appreciate you because my shit about to shut down. You
Copy.
Facts. Shout to Bucks, man. Appreciate you. I don't want this shit to fuck up. It's about to start pouring. Shout to everybody in the building, man. Fuck.
Chanel Divine. Oh, sound like Belladonna. Oh, it's now the cigar. Wait out. Y'all niggas been pimping? Who's been pimping?
I be with them steppers. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Ain't no Hakuna Matata. I hit his mata. Waiter. I turn your noodle to pasta. I send your boo to a doctor. Wow. Niggas is goofy. You gon' run to the coppers. Me? I gon' run for my chopper. I pop a bean. I turn green. Wait, I turn to a monster. Fifth, I lift you out your products. Nigga, I ain't with the boxing. I smack your bitch out of sneakers. I never listen to teachers. Look at my bitch, she a keeper. Look at my jewelry. My wrist came with the features like
Trey Pound 7 Pimp Smack. Big knowledge known for getting stacked. Impact that mag in the back of the head. I'm cruising in my spaceship. The baddest bitches I attract. They say I don't know how to act. The biggest nigga on the track. Ask G Governor Roddy Mac. I took this pimp across the map. And I kept my city on my back. With a bad bitch in a loaded strap. Get out of line, you getting clapped. Your baby mama getting whacked. And I have my demon smoke it pack. Right back.
I be with them steppers. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
Médico, yo lo tengo. Like 11 do the bingo. I pop the bean in the yellow. Hope pussy tastes like a mango.
I got it covered all the angles. It goes deeper when it hang low. If it's one of mine, it's a bankroll. If it's one of yours, she just stank hoe.
I got a bitch in a pole. I got a bitch in a stroll. I put my dick in the belly. I put my tongue in her soul.
Now she love me long time. This pimpin' is out of control. I choke and spit in the hole. I fuck on her shit till it's swole. It's gangsta pimpin' and you know this. I serve a nigga for his whole bitch. They mesmerized. He's so rich. He's so lit. He's so pimp.
I'm in this shit like what? I'm in this shit like what? I get to steppin' with steppers. She wanna fuck with the wolves. Raw. Wait up. She want me to buy her some shoes. Oh, mommy, you really don't got a clue.
Got big money invested. It's 2 2 3s when we step in. I step in with your best bitch and you left sit.
I be with them steppers. Big money investors. Suck my daddy dick in a a Tesla. My mouth is reckless. I eat these hoes for breakfast.
For the pain, hold on. New bitch, new chain, new whip, I'm a slave. Hold on, new whip, I'm a slave.
I be dollar, so I keep it cold. Got it on me, I will live it so. Know my body, hope I make it home. She took a half, I took a whole. Do a line, now a nigga froze. Went to bed with a demon. Woke up to a screaming soul. Talking shit on the net, boy, don't play with computers. I'm rocking the pins on my neck, call Vito for the order. Black gloves for the set, the balaclava for the shooters. Hold on, wait, hold on, wait. Heard you got kicked out the whip, heard you hiding in the jets. I keep a check on my tech, wait, I come from the jets. Big Ricky for the stay, big Remy for the pay. Hold on, new whip, I'm a slave. Hold on, the big homie a clown. Why should I catch him in traffic? I'ma spin Michael Jackson up, yeah. Whoa, I keep the fifth in my gut, all of my guns, yeah. Come with a switch, nigga, my chicken is up. Whoa, yeah, diamonds dancing. I keep a treat to the cut, what? Yeah, I keep a treat to the cut. Listen, you got a knife, I got a gun. I go boom, you run, Ricky, run, Ricky, run.
Big Ricky for the stain, big Remy for the pain. Hold on. New bitch, new chain, new whip, I'm a slave. Hold on, new whip, I'm a slave.
Like, I'm still screaming free chef. Like, I'm still screaming free text. Wait, I'm still screaming free dev. They know my body, I come from the nine. I ain't hard to find. 8FS is on my flesh. I'm one of the guys. It's not 3, I'm by the steps. Pull me up a line. Fuck it, let's go spin the ops. We gon' send me outside. Fuck it, we going live. I got a baddie that's by my side, and when she throw it, don't be surprised. We ride a 30 every time we slide. I'm moving sturdy, towing on a knot. Niggas be tweeting, put him in the box. That nigga ain't dead, but he got shot. Nigga, I'm scared. You made it hot. Why am I fed? Because of the cops. You heard what I said? Like it or not, we went too viral on the spot. I heard 2 bodies that dropped. Another 2 got flopped. I want them niggas be putting that work. My 2 first niggas moving walk.
It's that Chef G flow. It's that Chef G flow. Like, hold on. It's that Chef G. Big Grippy for the stain.